downtown Washington, D.C. just after the inauguration. There's been some shenanigans going on here. Take a look at this.
Uniting us as a country. Serving the people we came to serve. Just investing in our future.
That was the president's helicopter, right?
That was probably Biden. Mark?
Yeah, January 6th for several years.
Do you want you?
They do a final flight before they leave the office. It's like standard. That's what Ronald Reagan did before he left.
You're live right now, right? We just saw Biden's helicopter go off that way. I think it was Biden's helicopter, we're not sure. If you're watching the news, you probably know better.
See the buttons? No, there's a button here and there's a button there. You gotta get right. Stop. Come on. Stop touching.
Well, Goofy, thank you. And I'm 8 years old, so stay healthy. You know, we don't want to 4 more years. And,
No, I don't know.
Fight! Fight! Fight!
Oh. You're right. It's fake. All right, come on. All right, everybody. So, watch it. Hang on. Let these guys go by. All right, come on. So, obviously, just after the president has been sworn in, we're down here near the entrance to the Capital One Center, and it is just packed with people. This is the busiest part of town right here, right now. So we're going to go down here. There's supposed to be some shenanigans going on between some protesters and some Proud Boys protesters. I don't know if you'd call the Proud Boys protesters because they're not really protesting anything except the protesters. So they're counter protesters, I guess. And we're trying to find where they are. I thought that guy might have been one of them because there have been some skirmishes down here, but looks like we can't get through here now.
all right, cool. All right, guys, this is only an exit, and we'll come through this way.
So where?
So you have to loop around, either heading in this direction or that side.
Okay, so we'll go that way. We'll go back this way. So can everybody hear me okay? We were down here a little while ago before the president was inaugurated, and there were tens of thousands of people trying to get into the Capital One Center. Big long line. People had been in line for hours. And lots of people have come out trying to sell these trinkets, souvenirs, things like that. And so we're trying to get down to closer to the Capital One Center right now. Look at all this. Look right here. So just make sure we're not zoomed in any. Yeah, we're zoomed in some. You got to hold it real steady because it doesn't have any kind of stabilization when we're doing it. You see all the things. So I'm interested, folks. How many people we got watching? Okay, so I'm interested to know if you watched the president's acceptance speech, what you thought of it. I personally, I thought it was pretty awesome, with the possible exception of his beating the drum again on poor Panama, which never did anything to him. And as I have said many times, there is likely a good argument to be made for more U.S. involvement in the canal or for less Chinese involvement in the canal. But the argument that Trump is making is not it. That's not the argument to make, because his argument is based on outright untruths. I mean, they're just not true. And I don't know who's been talking to him about it. I don't know who convinced him that the United States is getting overcharged in the canal, but we're not. We're getting charged the same as everybody else. And U.S. Navy ships actually get to go to the front of the line in the canal. We got that directly from the canal pilot who pilots the Navy ships through the canal. So, like I said, there is likely a good argument to be made about that, but the one he's making is not correct. Aside from that, I thought the speech was fantastic and was maybe a little dry at the beginning, kind of a slow start, but he got ramped up there after a little while, and it went pretty well. I've got the mic here, so you can be a little further away. Here we go, come on. So here's a little, looks like a Trump impersonator. Watch your step. It's a Trump impersonator. Come on. And Kim Jong-un. He's got his teddy bear. Come on, go on, go. Believe me, you could never get that close to the real Kim Jong-un without getting your arms ripped off. So here we have, I believe, the Westboro Baptist Church, which are the, fire and brimstone preachers that have come to all these events and have this ridiculous stuff. Like, I would venture to say that there has never been one person on planet Earth who has repented and gotten saved because of these idiots.
That is called and that you're going to give an account when you stand before a just and holy and righteous God.
You know, really sad thing about that is that they are.
Jesus, Washington, D.C. The Bible says, repent, therefore, be
Look at the cameraman down here dancing.
the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
Even the journalists are getting into it down here.
Away from your sins. All these people, even churches now tell you that it's
They would call that the ugly part of free speech right there. Sad thing is, nothing that they say is untrue. It's just the way that they deliver it makes it so unpalatable that people are not going to listen. There's no grace there. It's just sad. And I'm not saying that you should water down the truth of the Bible at all. You don't have to water down the truth of the Bible. But they're not trying to save people from hell. They're trying to annoy the hell out of people. And that's not the way it's done. They're very good at that, though. So, I wonder what is going on at this church. That's right. Taking out the garbage. That's good. Let's see. Amy, let's go down this way.
Have the church. guys. Set them off.
Very crowded down here. Thank you. So, you know, one of the interesting things that you notice when you come to Washington, D.C. that was different from 8 years ago when I was here last for the last inauguration is there's so much more empty space. So many of these buildings, all these office buildings in Washington, D.C. are just empty because of COVID. I mean, you know what I mean. Uh, the pandemic changed how people work. And these very expensive office buildings all throughout Washington, D.C., Amy, I think you're getting your coat more than you're getting me. These very expensive office buildings throughout D.C. are, so many of them are just completely empty now. And I imagine there are a lot of property management companies and developers that have just gone under because of this, because people just work from home now. And, you know, Elon Musk is not a believer. He's not a fan of working from home. But I am. If you think about the hours that you spend in the car going back and forth to work, which takes, you know, hours out of your day, it takes fuel, it takes, you know, you have to have a wardrobe because you can't go to work in your pajamas or whatever. And then you get to the office and you got to deal with all your coworkers that are wanting to come by and chat and take your time up. I just don't see how it's more efficient. And maybe just because in my line of work, when I'm editing, I need to be in a very quiet, dark room with no interruptions. And so working in an office environment would not be as efficient for me as working from home. But suffice it to say, I think there are a lot of people here in Washington, D.C. that were in the service economy that can do their work online. And so there's just not a lot of market for it here. Look where we are. You know where that is? Huh? That's where Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right here. Ford's Theater. There's so much history around here, and you know, it's all sort of painted over, but there's a lot. So we are down on E Street and 10th now. And like I said on the last lives, it is so much more peaceful than 8 years ago. 8 years ago, not 4 years ago. I wasn't here for Inauguration Day 4 years ago. People say that January 6th was chaotic, but that wasn't Inauguration Day. That was the day that they certified the election. And I wasn't here for Inauguration Day 4 years ago. I was down on the southern border watching the flood of illegals come rushing across the border as soon as Joe Biden was inaugurated. And fortunately, because of the speech that Donald Trump just gave about what he is planning to do as soon as he gets to his office today, by signing a bunch of executive orders and reinstituting the Remain in Mexico policy and all of that, I think that what you're seeing on the U.S. southern border right now is probably exactly the opposite of what I saw on the southern border just 4 years ago. You're going to see a restarting of the building projects to complete the wall. You're going to see migrants going the other direction back across into Mexico. And a lot of people just deciding that it's not worth it because they've announced that if you get, Tom Homan just announced that if you get caught crossing the border illegally and get deported, you'll not be able to enter the United States legally. You will not be able to get a legal visa, tourist visa, H-1B, spousal visa, nothing for 20 years. You'll be locked out of the United States for 20 years. So a lot of people that had, you know, in the last 4 years, they come across, they get caught, maybe they get sent back to Mexico. They just turn around and come right back again. Anytime I have walked with the migrant caravans, it's nothing. It's super easy to find migrants coming in those caravans who have been in the United States and have been kicked out multiple times, mostly for felonies even. And now, hopefully, that's going to change. So the things that Donald Trump said in his address, his first address to the nation as the 47th president, are already going to be having effects, real tangible effects around the world. And so we'll have to wait and see how much of those things he's able to actually implement, because he made a lot of big claims, but we'll have to just wait and see what he can actually get done. And let's move on. We're going to go, let's see here. They got their little baby. Cute. Where'd Mark go? Oh, he's back there. Okay, come on.
I don't know on the Metro part. Hey, you're local, right? Local? Wait, Metro. No, I wanted to go.
So I want to get some interviews here. What are you all waiting in line for? You're not sure? You just saw a line and said, "Get in there."
Security check just to get through. You know, that's what I'm guessing.
Get through the other side. You're,
They don't tell you much like all day.
They don't require a ticket or anything, huh?
That's kind of sarcastic.
Did you all come from the Capital One Center?
Yeah, well, from outside it.
Oh, you weren't inside?
Didn't get inside.
No.
But we started at 8, gave up. Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, there were tens of thousands of people trying to get in. Well, I hope whatever's in there is worth it
I think
for the
it's
wait.
a metal check, I think.
Well, let's go ask the cop over here.
Roughly somewhere this direction was the motorcade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's this way because that's the, yeah. That's it.
Patriots coming out July 4th.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this just to get through into the parade route or what?
Get inside. What it leads to, I'm not sure.
You don't know?
We'll just security.
Oh, can we get in with my,
No selfie sticks.
no, that, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Okay, thank you. So these areas that are secured areas, we can't get in with a selfie stick, even just a little tiny one that's basically just a handle for that, I guess because you could whack somebody with it. I don't know. Not sure why. So we'll go back down this direction. I think we lost Mark though.
We talked to a firefighter at a hotel that said he walked from
Do you see Mark? Oh, Marky. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Standing right there.
And
You won't believe
then
who I
what?
bumped into.
Who?
The pastor of Hosanna Church from Panama.
You're kidding.
He just walked up to me.
Oh,
He
wow.
walked past me. Pastor Alvarez and his family.
Wow,
The mom's gonna freak out.
that's
He was like,
cool.
what are you doing here?
Does he know you?
Yeah, because
Oh.
of Grandpa Bill. Him and Bill.
Oh,
are
okay, okay. A clean earth, something. All right, let's go this direction. How many people are watching? Folks, do me a favor and hit that like button. There's not a lot going on right here, but if we run into something that is immediate, something that you need to know about, we will come up live right away. So go hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell, and you'll get notified when we go live so you don't miss anything. Also, you can go to chuckholton.com and see a bunch of extra articles and interviews and all sorts of stuff that we're putting up over on my website, chuckholton.com. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, though, because it really makes a difference. See these rickshaws here? That's really the best way to get around down here right now. The only problem is they're very expensive. They $5 per minute per ride, per rider. We paid $100 for a 1 mile ride on one of those last night, but that's because it was super cold, and so we he had us. He had us. So I'm going to ask these guys about the parade. Just stay there. It's fine. Are they doing the parade outside now, or
no parade outside?
No parade. Okay.
That was
So
canceled. Yes.
yeah, I thought they had. Somebody said they turned it back on. So
Lied.
Okay. Liars.
Yeah, no.
They lied.
It's
Then why is everybody trying to get in here then?
They want
What's
to go to the mall and just peek at the motorcade and wave.
Oh, just get a picture.
Yeah, and say, oh,
Okay.
Trump saw me.
Yeah, we did that already. So. Okay. Thank you. There are tens of thousands of cops, watch it, like this one that's about to run me over. Tens of thousands of police officers and National Guardsmen that are forming the security cordons around the inauguration. Security is much tighter this time than it has been any other inauguration in history, without a doubt. I mean, it's not even close. And with all these fences everywhere, makes it really hard to get around because they keep moving them. And if there's a motorcade coming through or something, then they close them off again. Later on, they'll open them up. What?
They said Marky needs to learn to operate the camera. Say, Brenda, it's not Marky, it's Amy.
Yeah.
And I don't appreciate your response. It's cold
Amy
out
needs to operate the camera. Well, there's no stabilizer on it, so you have to really
It's
try
not
to
my
be.
fault, Brenda. I'm trying my
Yeah.
best.
Amy says she's trying her best.
I would like to see Brenda try and do better than me.
Yeah, Brenda, you come out here and hold the camera in 20-degree weather. See how you feel about it. Now, I mentioned this before, but I'll just point this out again. These no-climb fences right here, they're, I mean, I could jump up and climb over that, but it's hard to get your fingers in there. That's why they're called no-climb fences. But also, they function as a kind of T-wall, meaning if you hit this with a car, this thing, that falls over, this thing flips up, and it lifts your car up off the ground, stops your car. They're well made. And I saw a while back they have a skid steer that's got these things on it, and it's exactly the width of the road. And on the back of it, they've got platforms where like agents or cops can stand, and this skid steer just drives down the road. It's like a protester plow. It just pushes the protesters down the road and they can't get around it. Somebody stayed up all night thinking that one up. So these people got in over here. Let's go see if maybe we can get in right here. Maybe this line is not so long. Not much of a line here. Big old line the other place. Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll take this off of here. Okay. And we'll put that right there. Oh. And we'll come get it later. Just remind me to come get it. We'll see if we can get through. Do you have that other selfie stick? Good. That's good. We might actually be able to get through without a selfie stick. So I had to stash it over there, and we'll.
In the snow?
No, in that green thing right there. So just remind me to come back and pick it up. It's on 12th and E. 12th and E. What's that?
Maybe someone watching your Bible.
Yeah, maybe they'll come steal it. That's fine. I've got a bunch of them.
For any,
Someone wants.
someone
Treasure for any hot zonian.
want to come find it.
Chuck Holton from the
Yeah,
hot
you
zone?
can't hear him because my mic's right here.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Okay, folks, I think we'll probably have to stop the live because I don't think we can go through, but we'll start it up again. So stay tuned to the channel, and I'll start another live as soon as we get through security. All right? See you later. You just stop it.